So today we'll be talking about fractional exponents. And these are the same thing as radicals. So fractional exponents slash radicals. So the idea is, if we have 3 squared, we know that is 9. If we have the square root of 9, we also know that that is 3. If we have 9 to the 1/2 power, that is the same thing as the square root of 9, which is the same thing as 3. And so you'll see several combinations in the problem set of fractional exponents, like 9 to the 1/2, and square roots, and it'll be asking you if they're equivalent or not. So an example would be, is 9 to the 1/2 power equivalent to 3 squared? Well, 9 to the 1/2 power is 3. 3 squared is 9, so no. These are not equivalent. That would be false. Also, you can see things like the cubed root of 64 squared is equal to 2 to the 4th power. Well, let's hammer out each of these. What's the cubed root of 64? Well, we need a number multiplied by itself 3 times. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. So the cubed root of 64, this cubed root is going to be 4. Then we have to square it still. We need to bring this squared down, and we get 4 squared. So this whole idea simplified is 4 squared, which is 16. So that is our left-hand side. On our right-hand side, we have 2 to the 4th power. Well, that's the same thing as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. This is 4, this is 4, and then 4 times 4 is 16. So are they equivalent? They are. This would be a true statement. This statement right here would be true. So what it's going to look like on Schoology is it's going to have one equation that it wants you to solve. For example, 8 to the 1/3 power. And it's going to say that's equal to what? Then it's going to have a second example that it wants you to solve. And that's going to be 1 squared. And then it's going to have them set equal to each other. 8 to the 1/3 equals 1 squared. And it wants to know if that's going to be true or false. Well, what is 8 to the 1/3 power? Well, if we remember, while working on this particular problem here, sorry, I'm not going to use red. I usually use that for errors. So while working on this particular problem here, 8 to the 1/3 power, we know that's the same thing as the cubed root of 8. So 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. So this is going to be 2. Then when we work on 1 squared is the same thing as 1 times 1. That's 1 squared, which is 1. Don't be confused and think that 1 times 1 is 2. Sometimes students say that to me, but that's not true. So this is 2 equals 1. So this is 1, and it is set equal to 8 to the 1/3 power, which is 2. Does 2 equal 1? It does not. So it's going to ask you, it'll have a blank here, and it'll say, you know, is this true? Type in true or false. So type true or false. And then in this particular blank, you're going to say, this is false. Essentially, that's the entire lesson. Just working with these different ideas of exponents and radicals, fractional exponents. And so just be prepared to see those. While wrapping up, I thought of one last example. It might show you something like 8 to the 4/3 power. When you see this, you just break it apart so that you have a normal exponent, and then this is a fractional exponent, which would be a radical. So this is a radical, and this is just a normal exponent. So it would be something like the cubed root of 8 to the 4th power. The cubed root of 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, so 2 to the 4th power. 2 to the 4th power is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. So you might see something where it combines both of these ideas, a fractional and a denominator. Good luck on the problem set. Again, if you can remember that fractional exponents are like radicals, and you understand that exponents grow and radicals shrink, you should be totally fine. Good luck.